Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Super Sign Sunday. And oh my goodness, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, wow. Mercy. And at that moment, I just saw the number 17 as I looked back up here. Oh, here we go. My goodness. Clearly we're having those moments of emotion, right? That's exactly what that feels like for me, you know, having those sneezes of moments of intense emotions being expressed, you know, intense energies being released, expressed in this time. I know it's definitely been going on for a few of us. We'll be fine one moment, and then the next we are a weeping mess. The next we are, you know, getting back to feeling good again. And, you know, it's really that space right now where we're all going to be finding ourselves being asked to be that much more vigilant with our thoughts, with our focus, with our attention, because when we have these outbursts of emotions, when we have, and by outbursts I mean the releases, right? When we have those moments, it can be so easy, and I don't use that word often, right? But when it's something that is already habitual, that is something that's easy, right? It tends to be very easy. It's habitual. So it tends to be very easy to fall into the old patterns of thinking, of being, of, you know, if you are known or prone to be looking at what isn't working in life, or how you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, whatever story you have that is actually negative towards you, your counterpart, your experience, whatever it is that you are focusing on at this point in time in your journey, then it's going to be pretty easy to fall back into those patterns. But you're being asked to step into your strength and your knowing and your intention right now, being very intentional, being very conscious about your experience and how you're showing up in your life when nobody's looking, and of course out in public, that you're showing up as you, not as someone that you think the rest of the world wants you to be. Because you are here as a way shower, Goddess. You are here to lead the way by example, by being what you have needed in your life. Someone who's strong and confident, sure of herself, unashamed for who she is, what she's endured and overcome, is actually proud of herself for all that she has endured and overcome, how far she has come, celebrates herself, loves herself, understands what it is to put herself first. I just saw 333, which I have to say 333 has been very prevalent. I still have my weekly, I'm doing a receiving divine signs for this past week, as it's today, Saturday, of course, that I'm recording this Super Sign Sunday for us all for this evening. But I am doing a special receiving divine signs post for this past week, and wow, is it really, really, really cool. And even 333 was a part of that, because it was quite a trip. That Thankful to Thrive Thursday's photo spread was 3.33 megabytes, and the last three digits of the file name, automatic, it was 222. So we have so many angel numbers happening right now, even though we feel as though we're in the midst of a bit of chaos, not again quite knowing exactly, you know, what's happening, what's unfolding, what's coming next. And it's very challenging to even be creating a vision, making plans, right? It can even be challenging to even be believing in certain dreams anymore in the current state of the world. But just as with your connection, just as with anything that is unpleasant in life or isn't how you would like it to be, it's all temporary. Everything in this realm is temporary. It is you, the soul being, that is infinite. And that is why we allow for ourselves to receive messages from such divination tools as oracle cards, pendulums, even using angel numbers and other signs and synchronicities, such as, like I like to call it, your car totem, which that will be mentioned in, again, this last week's divine signs post that I have to do. I'm doing one for the week because they were few yet intense signs, very profound signs coming. Yeah. And as we again start this new week, even though it's a new week, it's still the continuation of this perpetual going and growing journey. There's no actual cutoffs. It's ever flowing because everything intersects in every single moment of now. Everything is happening right now, simultaneously, right? So with that, as we continue this twin flame journey of ascension, this healing twin flames, self-love empowerment journey, what are the divine feminines being asked to focus on right now? Oh my, that really, trusting yourself, goddess, trusting the journey, trusting that everything is working out for you, trusting that everything is going to be just fine, trusting that even though the path feels so far away from your divine masculine, or feels so far away from what you think you want, from what you even are so sure that you want, to trust that these steps, each and every step, is leading you closer toward what you desire. Trust that every action that you're called to make is bringing you closer to who you desire to be and the life that you desire to be living. Trust yourself, goddess. Trust that the guidance that you're being given is correct for you, because only you know what is best for you. Only you have the roadmap of your life, your journey. It is sacred. And only you have the privilege of knowing all that is needed to know to live your life to the fullest. People like myself, mentors and coaches and such, we're here to help you unlock all of that power within you. It's not my place to tell you what your life is supposed to look like. Rather, it is my place to give you the tools of empowerment for you to create your experience, to design your reality and create your experience. And I had that wonderful revelation this morning on my live, and I will link that with this video, my live stream from this morning. We took a pause talking about the challenge, and it was totally trusting this journey of just taking that pause and knowing that there was something else to talk about today. And I just titled it Chai and Chat, and that's what I'm definitely going to start doing when it's just one of those days where I just know that I'm needing to just bring forth some messages for us all. We're just going to chai and chat it up, right? And it was so profound today, even for me, you better believe it. And that was that realization that we design our reality, but we create the experience within that reality, because we don't actually create our whole reality. We don't have that power. We're co-creating the reality with the universe. But our actual experience within ourselves, what we choose to bring to that experience, how we choose to show up, what we choose to allow ourselves to feel and focus on, is what creates that experience within us. That's on us. That's where our power is. So that's what we're here to do, is create our experience while we're designing the reality that we then participate in. We co-create with the other aspects of that reality. It was good. So you gotta definitely check that out. Like I said, I will be linking that. So take some time for yourself, take some time to connect with yourself, take some time to disconnect from the outside world, and this has been coming up a lot about who you're talking to about and what you're talking about. There are going to be certain subjects that you just don't talk about with certain people. And that's just going to be okay because it is. It is. It's got to be okay because it is okay. There are, some people and some places that are in your life for certain things. Like, you're not going to go to a martial arts place and expect to, something totally opposite. Skydive. I don't know. You're not going there to be skydiving. You're not going there to be cooking at the martial arts, at the, what's it called? The dojo. You're not going to be cooking your 5-course meal. You're going to practice martial arts. You see what I mean? So the same with these connections that we have with people. It's, again, coming back to this trust, trusting that everything is the way it's supposed to be. And that as you're going forward, you don't need to be overthinking things. You don't need to be making sure everything, because I know my mind tends to do that to me. And that's exactly why this is coming through right now, because I had a headache the past 2 days. I'm good today. Yay, cleared, because I got out of my head, went and meditated and got out of that, and just 11:11 right there. We're going to be checking all these numbers out here in a moment. But to, again, be just letting go of control, letting go of what you don't have power to control, Goddess, and actually focusing, pivoting, right, over to focus on where your power is and what you do have control, which is you, and how you're choosing to see the reality of the experience that you're having. That's what you're creating for yourself. And you get to practice this detachment and this disconnecting from external stimuli, from outside sources that are going to be so quick, so often, so quick to undermine your own inner knowing, to undermine you trusting yourself. So it's really in that space of allowing yourself to take that time for yourself to anchor into your knowing, so you can be out in this world and trusting your judgment more, and being in that position to say, no, thank you. No, thank you. That's not for me. No, thank you. Even right now, as I'm opening my home up, just, for a little bit for a soul sister of mine, just to hold that space for her to stay at my house just a couple nights a week for a couple weeks coming up. It was a whole eye-opener for me to go, ooh, I just about did it to myself again in a sabotaging pattern. And it's going, nope, this is how this has to look. And me being in that trust for myself of saying, this is my home. I created this world for myself. And to trust that what I'm being led, what I know for myself, this has come from experience, from self-reflection, and really being in that place of coming to know who I am more and more and more, and how I like things to be, what I'm creating for myself. And one of those is having a house to myself, having my own home to myself. That's what I am, that person. And I love it that way. I love having my own space. Me too. My own sanctuary, right? I am that person. And I feel every person needs to have a place that they have for a sanctuary, a place that you can go to where you can disconnect to reconnect, as I like to say, where you're disconnecting from the external stimuli and you're really taking that time to anchor into your energy, your truth, who you are. So you can trust who you are, because you are getting to know who you are. And especially Sundays, although lately my Sundays have been getting a little, I'm not sure how long I'll get to do it. It's just going to throw me off, I feel. Sundays used to be my sign-off Sundays. That's why I do Super Sign Sunday on Saturday evening for publication. I might even change it to sign-off Saturdays. I could do that and then have Saturday completely rearrange it and make Sunday, but that just that just feels weird. It feels so different. But again, it's trusting where you're guided. So, but that said, been studying, starting to learn about these NFTs and that whole world, and it's very interesting, to say the least. Very interesting. It is an adventure. Such is, Goddess, this entire soul journey here in this world, this entire human experience that we're having as part of our infinite soul journey. right? So you are here to live big, to dream big, to trust that the universe has your back, to trust that you know what you're doing in regards to what your journey is supposed to be like, what you've come to create, what gifts you've come to share with this world, the gift of you and all that that includes. So trust in yourself. Let's see here. Alrighty, there we go. Well, there you go. Oh, well, that's it. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate how far you've come. Celebrate, you know, making it, how far you've made it on this adventure, right? How often do you celebrate yourself? Because see, the beloved, you are your life partner, goddess. You are that one person that is with you your entire life. And as you come to truly and fully love and embrace yourself, that is coming home to union within, which is the very path to aligning for union with your twin. And I mean harmonious physical union, where you're not coming from a place of lack, you're not coming from a place of woundedness or trauma bonding. You're coming from a healed space and place that, you know what, no matter what, I love myself. And I am not incomplete without you. I am whole and complete in and of myself. And when you and I come together in union as two whole and complete soul beings, then we come back together and create an even greater whole and complete soul being as that oversoul that once split itself apart. So celebrate who you are, what you bring to this world. That is what it is to really be trusting in you, to acknowledge that without you, you sure shit wouldn't have come as far as you have. You really wouldn't. You certainly would not have come as far as you have come, goddess. And it is time that, yes, you allow yourself to see and you trust yourself more. Trust yourself more. I'm just sitting here thinking about, the numbers just coming into view here. So on the right path for your life, number 17, be in gratitude. Advancements in your relationship are coming because of the advancements in your relationship with yourself. Remember, goddess, the relationship that you have with yourself, and that's why this beloved card and life partner card always speaks to me about your relationship with you. Because your relationship with you is the very relationship that dictates your relationship with everybody else. This is why learning how to be healthy selfish is so imperative to your self-love empowerment journey, because once you have learned how to fill your cup, truly fill your cup, so full that it overflows into those around you, then you are really, truly leading by example. You are fully empowered. You're not coming from a place of need. And while, yes, you're going to have those challenging days, you're going to go through your purgings and your release days, it's not going to be in that victim space. It's not going to suck you into that abyss place. 17 is a good sign for your love life in luck and success. It's the number for happiness. Oh, I love this. Number 17, closing timelines of hardships and frustration. Oh my goodness. Twin flame mission is number 17, right? Which is about you focusing on you right now, you know, stepping into your power, twin flame awakening, aligning with your vision. That was also, I just want to point out, 17 had right here, align with your inner knowing, wisdom, and intuition, right? So it's your inner knowing is connected, of course, to your inner vision. Okay, so 111, awareness of thoughts. There we go. Transform into the true you. It's time for you to come home to union within. So 17, 111, and I had said 11 here we have. spiritual awakening, just as we'd said, twin flame awakening, time of faith and inspired action, increasing awareness. Mistakes are blessings disguised as lessons. I was literally just talking about that in the live today. Oh my goodness. Even the quote that came from the movie that my twin flame love insisted I watch, shortly after we first started, dating, I guess you would call it, even though it was online. That's what, and then, oh my goodness, right here, trust yourself, your journey, and the divine process of unfolding. Of these three numbers, you can be sure 1111 is the most poignant of this message today. Oh my goodness. And the others are more like the supporters of this 1111. That is just, 1111 is the encompassment of the message today so far, very much so. Be open to receiving divine guidance, it also says, and that's why you're here, right? That's why you're here, for this divine guidance, which is that you're already doing it. All right, again, that's what that trust factor is to trust that where you are is where you're supposed to be. Where you are is where you're supposed to be. Just keep following the path of what is true for you. Keep allowing yourself to feel good. Keep allowing yourself to take that next step and that next step and that next step into each moment, each experience that feels good. Because I promise you, as long as you keep stepping into the moments that feel good, even after you've been in this space where, again, you've been purging and releasing and it's not felt so good, you then reach that breakthrough space to then step into better. And you're leaving those things behind that are not you anymore, that no longer align with you. So trust that you are where you are and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. All right, this is why, again, you're being asked to celebrate yourself, celebrate how far you've come. Again, you're still here, Goddess, and that says so much. Again, you're already doing your life. You're already doing it. So stop overthinking. All right, that's why, again, it's so tied to the live that I already did today. These cards, it's so beautiful. Again, that getting off your own back. Right? I mentioned that also in the live about getting off your own back, about what is right, what is wrong. Oh, you seriously have got to check out today's live. I will make sure. In fact, maybe I'll figure out how to do that little cards button. I wonder if I can link it on the end screen. Oh, hello. Play, have fun, right? We've been being asked to do that. That's been coming up a lot lately, is to, again, not be so serious. Again, this so ties into the stop overthinking, just have fun, just flow with it. Like even today I mentioned on the live that I'm like, I don't know what exactly I'm showing up today. I just know we're taking a pause and we're just gonna have a chai and chat, right? And it turned out to be perfect. Why? Because it is about trusting this journey, trusting that you are going through a rite of passage, that you are going somewhere sacred, that you are something sacred on a sacred journey. And this journey that only you can really truly ever know the true details of, because it's yours. So just say yes to it. Just say yes to the journey. Trust it. Trust that where you are being led is exactly where you need to go. Even if on the outcome of it, it doesn't turn out how you wanted it to turn out, you are still being presented with that challenge to grow and say, I'm gonna let go of the feeling like shit about this and regret and focusing on staying in that place of how it didn't work out. Rather, I'm going to focus on then moving forward, where what changes do I need to implement so that I can create a different outcome the next time this lesson comes around, because it's going to come back around, right? Just say yes to the learning, to the growth, to the journey. All right. And with that, we have message from the divine masculine. Like, I got these cards shuffling over here, goddess, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Feel a little hot today. Feel a little bit of warmth today from this. And I know, remember, for so many of us goddesses right now, we have the karmic cycles to be fulfilled, debts to be paid, generational curses to explore, experience, you know, and of course then heal. I know that's my divine masculine. He's deep in his family's generational curse of forced arranged marriage, his greatest fear come true. So it's pretty, it's quite the adventure, you can say, that we're all on. And I am truly grateful that I have, you know, going on what I have going on. Look at all this right now. So this is why the divine masculine is taking his refuge away from you, is because you too, look, we have sanctuary, refuge. That's what this is about. It is about you needing to, again, disconnect to reconnect, and to keep doing that. It's not a one-time thing, goddess. It is a practice. This taking time for sanctuary, taking time. That's why Sign Off Sunday has been so important for me. Yet here I am, because I want to learn this thing, but Sundays are the only day it's offered. I've had to find that compromise, and that means, well, I'm looking at a different day of the week to completely sign off and disconnect from the outside world. Because I know for me, I need that refuge, right? I need that time to clear my energy of everything else that influences, right? That gets into my experience. And the same is being asked of you, so that you are able to really tune into your knowing about your journey. And that means your personal journey as well as your twin flame journey, right? You are the one that has the power to be transcending all the naysayers, all the things that, as you know, you will experience on this twin flame journey, just as you do on this self-love empowerment journey. All the naysayers that tell you you're crazy and, oh my gosh, that dream is just so absurd. That's just impossible. It'll never happen. Just like with the twin flame journey, oh, you'll never be with him. He's such a narcissist. What are you talking about? Why are you with him? He's with another woman. He'll never leave her. All this nonsense that you have to transcend, and you do so by accepting the way it is right now, and realizing that you cannot change what has already happened, that you cannot change what has happened in this moment, but rather you can change for the moments that are coming. You can be ready for the next time it presents itself, and ready to be different, to show up different, so you create different. But you must accept the way it's been and the way it is right now, because you cannot change, except for changing how you feel about your experience. Changing what you can change in this moment and moving forward every moment hereafter. That is the key, because you can't just change the chaos. You can facilitate, be a facilitator of order from chaos, and that's what you're doing. Is rather than feed the things that perpetuate the chaos in your life and in this world, such as not taking this time of refuge, not taking this time to disconnect, to reconnect, which is exactly what is happening within the twin flame connection for those in my realm, is that we are in this time of physical perceived separation. And I say perceived because it's only a physical separation. It's only a perceived separation in the physical. Energetically, we are eternally and infinitely connected. But this is because of all of this chaos, the chaos from past lives, the chaos from this life, from the matrix, from everything that is happening right now that is requiring each and every one of us to take this time of sanctuary and refuge. I mean, the fact that these things are being mirrored right now in both parties is because of this chaos. Because that means there is chaos within the connection, and there cannot be chaos within the connection. There must be divine order. And that is exactly where we are as we're going through this acceptance. Now, this was the card that was face down, and it's wow, because it's all about this expansion journey. It's all about our journey of ascension, expansion, and really becoming greater than what we've ever been, individually, collectively, and universally, on this perpetual going and growing journey that we're all on. So remind yourselves when you feel as though, oh my God, I can't go on, I need my twin, I just want to talk to him, and you're going through the withdrawals, because that's what they are, they're addiction withdrawals, through the ego of the attachment that you have to your counterpart in the physical. As you go through those withdrawals, it's going to be that constant awareness of reminding yourself that this is all for a reason. This is all happening for my expansion, for my growth, to bring us back together so we're better than what I can even fathom right now, because I can only view a vision and a perspective from that which I've already experienced and come to know in this world and realm. But rather, the universe has something far greater planned, far more expansive planned for our union, and therefore I need to get the fuck off trying to grab the steering wheel here, right? Let go of it. I keep hearing, as someone I know says a lot, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel, right? Right? It's like, universe, take the wheel. Higher self, take the wheel. Ego, get in the back seat. You go. In fact, if you don't watch it, you're going to go in the trunk, right? Like, hog tie her and duct tape her and put her in the trunk. Seriously, for real. Some days, right, it feels like you want to do that with your ego, because it's the poking and the prodding, right? But that's that chaos. That's that chaos. That's what she's wanting to create. But she can just create her chaos in the back seat, right? Because it's all about you expanding into your power and your truth, and realizing that you have the power over you. You have the power over you. And someone else has power over you only when you allow them to. Right. So we have had 17, 1, 11, 11, 11. Oh, we had 3, 3, 3. 3, 3, 3. I knew there was one more in there. And 3, 3, 3, like I said, that's been going on for a minute here for sure. Live your truths. Another number of spiritual awakening. Lightworker message, time to shine. Ascended masters. I was talking about that on the Instagram or on the live stream this morning. Live your truths. Encourage and assistance. Ask for help. Clarify your desires. Specificity is key. Yeah. But that spiritual awakening, living your truths, saying yes to you, trusting in yourself, knowing that you are the one that gets to choose for you. As long as obviously it does not, physically directly harm someone else, like this whole nonsense about, what's going on in the world. It's like, really, if you're that scared of something that just floats through the air, you might as well stay home. But you could get struck by lightning, a plane could crash into your house, an earthquake, a tornado. Being alive guarantees death. But being alive doesn't mean that you've ever actually lived. Maybe it's time to take that sanctuary and be checking in with yourself and ask yourself, what does a life well lived look like? Really, truly ask yourself, what does a life well lived for me look like? If today were my last day and I was literally having to look back over my life, what would I regret the most? And at the same time, when you do that, look at how far you've come. Look at all that you have overcome. And don't let the ego that's created all of this chaos try to tell you, oh, that was nothing. Mine does that, and I'm a former pimped out, drug addicted prostitute, assaulted, gang raped, arrested. I mean, misdiagnosed bipolar, pumped full of drugs, turned into a zombie. I've been arrested. I've had a pretty pretty adventurous life, you could say. And now here I am. That's a pretty powerful fucking story, huh? Yours is the same in its own way, goddess. Don't diminish your light. You're here to shine bright. You're here to awaken to the truth of who and what you truly are and the power that you truly possess. That's what spiritual awakening is all about, is awakening to remembering who and what you truly are and the power that you truly possess. So you can really be anchoring in and trusting yourself in this power, anchoring into your power, trusting your knowing. So again, you're being asked to take that refuge time, that time for sanctuary. Even the divine masculine is pointing this out, because that is the path to transcend what is not you, what needs to be let go of, so that you can come out and say yes to what is you as you journey along this path, this path of initiation as an ascended master, because that is what you are, goddess. With that, I leave you for today. I look forward to seeing you now on my live streams right here on YouTube at 10 a.m. Arizona time, which is currently Mountain Time. We don't change time clocks, we change time zones. We're weird here in Arizona. I grew up changing time clocks, so it's just really bizarre for me. It's just crazy. It doesn't make any sense. It's more of the Matrix mind fuckery. There's no logic to it at all, other than there's a lot of systems in place that are made just to undermine the human spirit, to undermine just to undermine humanity, period. So anyway, with that, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Well, what would be tomorrow? What would be Monday morning, because this is getting published tonight, Saturday evening. So it would be Monday morning, 10 a.m. Arizona time, aka Mountain Time, for the live stream. We'll talk about the next day of the challenge day 8, I believe it is, and get caught up on all the others. With that, I will remind you that the power is in your hands. The power is in your hands. You've just got to allow yourself to see it. And that's one of the things that I do, is I assist you in that. Be sure to sign up for the confirmation checklist, the challenge, and perpetual giveaway. And of course, I have links down below to other resources in ways that I can support you through one-on-one and group coaching experiences. Check those out. And in the meantime, and all times, remember, the power is in your hands, because it has always been inside you. Namaste.